Hello everyone, I welcome you to another video on this channel. Now today we are going to discuss how you are going to remember theory subjects. Now in CS there are many theory subjects. In CA also half of the subjects are theory in nature. If it is difficult for you to remember them, then don't worry, it is very common. Most of the students have this particular problem, and many of you have commented in the comment section stating that you have difficulty in remembering the different penalties, different sections, different concepts in theory. So in this video we are going to discuss 5 to 6 important tips. You have to try them yourself and they are definitely going to help you in learning theory in a better way. Now please make sure that you watch this video till the end, because in the end I have a specific story for you from my own experience, and it has a bonus tip for you as well. So it has a very unique technique that I'm going to share in the end of the video, and don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're new to this channel, then make sure that you also subscribe to this channel. And if you have any comments, then please write it down in the comment section below. I really love to read your comments. If you are new to the channel, I am Yogita Harjani. I am a CA and a CS. Also in CS, I have multiple All India ranks. Now let's start off with this video. Step number 1. What should be your time to study the theory subjects? See, theory subjects any which ways are generally a little boring. So you have to take up the theory subjects and these concepts at the time when you are most fresh, when your mind is most active. Now generally for most of the people it is in the mornings. So suggestively you should get up early in the morning, and the first few hours, if you can give that time to your theory subjects, it is really going to benefit you. You are going to actually derive maximum benefit. You will remember maximum concepts. You will understand maximum concepts if you actually study those theoretical subjects early in the morning, because that is the time when you are most fresh. Also for some students, if you sleep in the afternoon, then after you wake up from your sleep, then for a couple of hours you can take up your theoretical subjects, because during that time also, because of your sleep, your mind is a lot better, it is fresh, it is active, it is ready to consume important information. So at that time you can take up theoretical subjects. It is actually going to improve your grasping ability and your conceptual clarity. On the other hand, if you take up these theory subjects at night or maybe in the afternoon after you've had your meals, then these theory subjects are going to act as a sleeping pill. You'll most likely just go back to your bed. You might feel very drowsy and sleepy after you read these subjects. So it is suggested that you take up these theory subjects either early in the morning or in the evening after you wake up from your afternoon sleep maybe. Step number 2, revision. So I have said this multiple times. Every time we discuss a study plan on this channel, I have told you that whether it is a theory subject or whether it is a practical subject, you need multiple revisions to remember a particular topic. So whenever we talk about any new concept, there is always a learning curve. The first time you understand that concept, of course you are going to understand the concept, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you will also remember it over the period of time. So whenever you learn a new concept, it is very important that you revise the concept again. If you revise it multiple times, then what happens is that over the period of time, you will remember that concept a lot better. See, if I tell you my address and I ask that address from you maybe after 1 week, you might not remember a word from it. If I tell you again after a week that this is my address, and then I ask you again after another week, you might remember half of the address, you might not remember half of the address. Suppose after that I tell you the exact address all over again, then most likely you are going to remember the third time. So this is exactly how our mind works. This is common with everybody. So if after the first reading you are unable to recall the concepts, it's absolutely normal. It happens with everybody. The key here is the people who score maximum in a theoretical paper, they understand this and they apply this particular principle. They keep revising. They know that there is a learning curve and there is no way to just remember one concept in one go. So they have to keep revising it. So that is one thing that you will have to remember. You also will have to make sure that these new concepts that you're studying, you revise it regularly. The more you revise, the better chances are that you are going to remember each and every concept in the examination. Now the question is, how many times should you revise? How frequently should you revise? See, Suppose if you have taken up a theoretical chapter, it is advisable that once you complete the whole concept, once you complete the whole chapter, then immediately you should brush through the whole chapter. You should go back to the same chapter, every single concept that you have studied, just go back to it one more time. See, you have just read it, you have just understood the concept, so it is not going to take up too much time. It is probably going to take up 15 minutes to maybe half an hour extra time of yours. Now, I am not saying that you read the whole book or the whole chapter, but whatever you have highlighted, all the underlined portions, that you can just read through all over again. Now, if you do that, that is definitely going to increase your remembering ability. So that is going to be your first reading. Now, once you have completed that, after maybe a week or maybe 15 days, whatever works according to your plan, you have to take up those topics all over again. You will have to read every single concept line by line again. You will have to basically revise that entire portion. Okay, then once you have completed that, then after that, maybe after a month or so, you will have to revise all over again the entire concept. The key point to remember here is that with respect to theory subjects, you have to make sure that at least 3 to 4 times before your examination, you will have to revise all of those concepts again and again. That is going to increase your ability to remember them in the examination. Now, if you want a detailed study plan, then you can also check out this video that I have created. So it's going to be here in the I button. So in this, you can check out how to actually draw the study plan, how to execute the study plan. So there are more tips and tricks which are given in this video. I have already shot it, so you can just go and check this out if you want. Now, the next important tip is to make notes. See, whenever you are reading the theoretical concepts, of course you're reading them, of course you're understanding the concepts, you're getting that kind of clarity, you're also underlining certain important points. What you can do is, while you're reading those important underlined points, if you can somehow write them down in a notebook, what is going to happen is this extra writing of the concepts in a short form or in a pictorial form, that is going to help you remember these concepts a lot better. Your mind is going to register them a lot better. It is also going to act as your first revision. You are able to understand those points better. You are able to come up with better conclusions. You are also able to increase your writing speed. So just before the examination, if you want to revise the entire book, you can simply just read and refer to these notes that you have created, and in a way you will be able to quickly revise the entire concept. That 600 or 700 pages book will be comprised into these small shorthand notes. You're basically going to retain it and understand it so much better, and this is definitely going to improve your score. Now, if you want to know details about how to make these notes on theory subjects, then you can refer to this one video that I have already shot. It is in the I button over here. So this is going to definitely help you in understanding how you should be making theoretical notes and what are the importance of making the theory notes. Now, the fourth important tip for remembering the theory subjects is to actually solve past exam questions. So once you have read the entire concept, once you have studied the entire topic of a theory subject, or maybe if you have completed the whole theory subjects, I would recommend that please go back to the past exam question papers and solve them. When you see the past exam questions, you are able to understand the importance of those topics a lot better. When you read a particular question, you are forced to think of those concepts. Your brain is triggered, it is pushed beyond its limit, and you will have to try to remember those concepts. You will have to try to frame your answer, how you're actually going to write the answers in the exam hall. Now, when you try to do that, of course, you are going to understand whether you are actually able to remember those concepts or not. If there are certain concepts you are unable to remember, then definitely you are going to go back and you are going to read those concepts all over again. Now, when you read them all over again, you are more likely to remember it the next time. Moreover, now you also know what kind of questions can come on those concepts. So if I have to summarize these points, then I am going to say that these exam questions, they let you know which topics are important and which are not. Secondly, they push your brain to remember those concepts again. They help you in framing the answers as how you would be writing in the exam hall. And thirdly, if you make any mistakes over here in solving those practical questions, then because you have made that mistake, it gives you a slight bit of fear, and then you remember those particular concepts a lot better. So every time we do a mistake, we always learn from it. So you are going to learn from your own mistakes, and as a result, you will remember those concepts a lot better. See, whenever you are reading a concept in theory, please don't try to cram them. So all these new limits, all the penalties, all the new concepts, all the different concepts that you are reading in theoretical subjects, please don't cram them, don't rectify them, okay? That is really not going to help you, because in the examination, especially in professional examination like CA, CS and CMA, you are asked questions based on certain concepts. You are given case studies. So you basically have to understand those concepts, and accordingly you will have to give the answer. So conceptual clarity is really very important.
Imagine the practical applicability of concepts.
There was a point when even I did not really like theoretical subjects. I was a fan of practical subjects because they are so easy to solve, they are so engaging, your mind is triggered, they're so good to solve, and every time you get a correct answer, it's like a rush of dopamine. That time when I actually had to do CS and I was aiming for a rank and I wanted it so badly, I had to figure out a way to actually like theoretical subjects. So I had a friend and she was really good with theoretical subjects. So I started observing her. I started looking at how she actually read all of those subjects. And from her, I learned certain things. So I'm going to tell you what I learned from her over the period of time. See, with her, she would never try to cram those topics. Okay, whenever she would take up a book, she would take up a subject, she would read those topics, she would simply read it as if it was a novel. You know, she would not give herself any pressure. She was really not thinking or obsessing about it. She would simply read all of those concepts and she would read them with the conceptual clarity. I think she also used to imagine it. Every time she would read a specific law or a specific provision, she would imagine the practical applicability of that provision in her mind. Accordingly, whatever was the key important word, she would underline it and then she would move on to the next concept. So I asked her how she did it and she helped me out. And then after that, I also tried using the same things when I was learning also. This kind of reading really helped me. So this is how you have to read. You have to read it like it's a novel. You have to understand each of the concepts. You don't have to take the pressure of theory. You really have to enjoy the process of learning these new concepts. Now the next strategy to remember theory subjects better is to read them loudly. See, when you're reading a new chapter or a new concept, if you're bored, if you're not really in the mood, or even if you are in the mood, try reading loudly. Okay, use your mouth, read loudly. But I'm not saying that read so loudly that the entire family or the neighborhood is disturbed. Don't scream on top of the voice, but read loudly. See, it is much better in a way because your mind gets activated. Your mind is able to hear your own voice. It is able to hear the words, and that definitely increases your retention ability. At the same time, most importantly, your concepts are way better. Your mind is alert. It registers the concepts a lot better. It processes it a lot better. When you're simply reading these concepts in your mind, then sometimes you might get distracted, sometimes you might get lazy. So definitely try that today itself when you're reading a theoretical subject, and if it works for you, or if you have in the past experienced that this kind of strategy works, then please make sure that you leave a comment and tell me about it. So as promised, there is a bonus strategy that I am going to give you here. Okay, so when I was preparing for my CA final as well as my CA inter, that time it used to be called IPCC. So we had this subject which is information technology. Now I was not that great at this subject. A lot of things that you had to remember by heart because you had to write those technical words as it is, and I'm not a tech freak, so it was difficult for me to understand. But of course we have to pass in this exam, so how do you manage? Okay, so I figured this one strategy. What I did, I took up the book, then I took up my phone, then I took up my earphones, and then I actually said every single word of that particular chapter. I read the whole chapter to myself. I recorded the entire chapter in my own voice in that audio recorder app which was there in my phone. Okay, so basically the entire chapter was in the form of an audiobook in my own voice in my phone. It was available. Okay, then I had to figure out a way to fasten the speed. So I downloaded one more app from the Play Store. It was to increase the speed of the audiobook. Okay, I used to basically play my own voice containing the whole chapter at the speed of 1.5 or sometimes even 2. Okay, so every single concept used to just play in my ears, and apart from that, of course, I had the shorthand notes of that subject. So basically through that I remembered the concepts for my examination, and basically I was able to get really good marks in my IT paper, both in CA final as well as in my CA inter. Now I have to put a disclaimer over here. This kind of audio recording technique it works, but it is not always going to work in certain types of subjects, which if we talk about information technology, now that kind of subject has very direct questions that come in the examination. So with subjects wherein you get direct questions, with those kind of subjects, definitely you can use this technique of audio recording the entire chapter and then revising it. But with those kind of subjects which require you to have conceptual clarity, I really would not recommend this method of revising the concepts. For example, if you're talking about company law, then this kind of subject, you need a lot of conceptual clarity. You need to understand why there are certain types of provision, and in the exam also you are going to get case study based questions where you will require the conceptual clarity more. So this is it from my side. These were all the different techniques that I had. Now if there are some techniques that you might know of, then make sure that you write that down in the comment section below so that the other students can read it and they can get benefit from it. How did you like this video? Did it help you in any way? Please let me know by clicking on that like button. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Alright, I'm going to see you next time in another video. So bye bye.